Whoa.
Almost got me.
Welcome home. When did you get back?
Just this morning.
How'd it go once you had the cabin all to yourselves?
It certainly was less crowded. And a lot less complicated.
But not nearly as interesting.
No, actually, it was wonderful. We had a great time, and the skiing was great.
Why don't you come in and tell me about it? Come on. I'm quite harmless.
I'm not so sure about that.
So you did a lot of skiing?
Yeah, after you and Brooke left, things got back to normal in a couple of hours, and the lifts opened. Thorne's a really terrific skier. And he's a good teacher, you know. I've skied before, but never like that. By the last couple of days, he had me going down some really tough runs.
Good for Thorne. I take it marriage agrees with you.
Very much so. I'm very happy, Ridge.
Good. I'm glad for you. You haven't missed much around here. The usual New Year rush. Thorne has a lot of work to catch up on.
Ridge, I'm hoping that things are going to be okay. I mean, between the three of us.
Why wouldn't they be?
Have you heard anything from Brooke since you got back?
Quite a bit, actually.
Ridge, I hope you're not toying with her.
Toying?
You know what I mean.
Look, Logan's a nice kid. We have some mean times together.
Ridge, be careful. She's not the fast lane type. I don't want to see her get hurt.
Brooke, come in. I'm glad you could come.
I hope there isn't anything wrong. When you called...
No, if I sounded concerned, it's because I am. Brooke, it's about your mother.
What about Mom?
Have you noticed anything lately? A mood or something going on that I should know about?
I don't think so. Why?
I saw your mother this morning at her office, and she wasn't herself. Either that or she's reconsidering our relationship.
Oh, no. I'm sure that's not the case.
Well, she didn't want to hear what I had to say. In fact, she asked me to leave.
Mother?
Look, our friendship has been so important to both of us. I just don't understand.
You said she didn't want to hear what you had to say. Just what was it you said to her?
Well, that's just it. I went to tell her that Stephanie and I had had a long talk. And we agreed that our marriage just isn't working. I have every reason to believe that Stephanie and I will be getting a divorce.
You said that to Mom?
Yes, and she backed away completely.
But why?
I don't know. The only thing I can come up with is that maybe she hasn't given up on the possibility of your father returning.
No, it can't be that.
And what else could it be?
I have no idea. But obviously something's going on here that we don't know about.
When do you expect Mrs. Houston? Oh, I see. Yes, would you please ask her to call Stephanie Forrester? My number is 555-69-42. Yes, she'll remember me from college as Stephanie Douglas. No, tell her actually it's a memory test. I'm hoping that she can help me to remember someone. Thank you. Whoever you are, I will find you.
Beth.
How'd it go?
What did the doctor say about the results of your mammogram? And the mammogram shows calcifications?
Apparently there are calcium deposits throughout my breast, not just in the lump.
Can that be dangerous?
If they're malignant, that's what Dr. Bailey wants to find out.
But they can be benign.
There is that chance, too.
Well, and I say let's hold out for good news. A little positive thinking couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt one bit.
Thanks, Mother Logan. I'm trying my best. Actually, I was prepared for the worst when I went to see Dr. Bailey this morning. At least I thought I was. I wonder if anyone's ever really ready to accept a diagnosis of cancer.
Beth, he didn't say that.
Part of me just wants to put my life on hold. I just stop everything where it is right now. Never have to face what might be coming.
Of course, you're apprehensive. Who wouldn't be? But there is reason to be optimistic.
I hope so. I just feel so ill-equipped to handle this. Forrester came to visit me today.
Oh?
He said there's a very strong chance that he and Stephanie may be getting a divorce.
And he wants to know if you're available.
I know how you feel about this, Mother Logan. The point is, I couldn't answer him. I couldn't even consider the possibility. Not with everything that's going on right now. I asked him to leave.
Beth, you know I love you. And I will support you in almost anything you do. But please don't forget that you are still a married woman. You don't know any more than I do that my son, your husband, is dead. I pray that he will be coming home soon.
I just don't understand why Mom would react that way.
Neither do I. I certainly never meant to put any kind of pressure on her.
The two of you are so right for each other. I know she's always said that she never wanted to be cause of breaking up your marriage. She feels very strongly about that.
No, she wouldn't be. I made that very clear to her. The problems Stephanie and I are having now go back years. Our marriage was really never a marriage from the very beginning. No, she was the one who initiated the conversation. She's the one who felt that we needed reevaluation.
Then that really doesn't make any sense. No, there really is something going on with Mother. But the question is, what?
Brooke, would you talk to your mother? Would you try to find out what it is?
Of course.
She must never know it comes from me, of course.
No, I won't. Don't you know I'm one of your biggest supporters?
Thank you. Look, I'm sorry. Sit down. Let's talk about you. Have you and Ridge been seeing each other?
Well, we did go out to dinner the other night.
I'm glad. Nothing would make me happier than for my older son to be involved with a girl like you. It would be the best thing in the world for him.
Thank you.
Not to mention Thorne and Caroline. What about Mrs. Forrester? Are you making any headway with her?
I'm afraid not.
Stephanie can be a hard nut to crack. Do you mind me giving you a suggestion?
Please.
It's infinitely easier being Stephanie's ally rather than her adversary. Maybe if the two of you could get involved in something together, You know, Ridge's birthday is next week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Maybe the two of you could plan something together for him.
Like a surprise party. You know, that's a great idea.
I think all Stephanie needs is a little shove. If you work together, I think maybe she'll come around. Take the initiative. Stephanie's always admired that in other people.
Well, thank you for the advice. Do you think she'll be home right now?
I imagine so.
Good. Then I'll go over there and I'll talk to her about the party. Oh, and I will go home and check out what's going on with Mom, too.
Will you call me just as soon as you know anything?
Definitely. You love my mom a lot, don't you?
I think that much should be very evident by now, Brooke. Good luck with Stephanie.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Why don't you sit down for a minute?
Oh, well, I really should be going.
Why? What do you have to do that's so important?
Well, I told Thorne that I'd pick up... Nothing. I don't really have anything to do. That's my problem. I'm not used to having so much time on my hands.
You need to get back to work.
You're right.
So what's the problem? Thorne giving you grief about staying home playing the dutiful wife?
No, Thorne is wonderful. He wants me to do whatever makes me happy. I'm just not sure what that is. I guess I could always call Charles Garner. And he said my job at the agency would always be waiting for me.
You sure that's what you want to do?
No, I told you, I'm not sure what I want to do. But, you know, that was a good job.
How about if you found something better?
Do you know of something?
Maybe. What about Forrester?
Forrester.
Sure. Lots of things around here you could do, if you're interested.
Well, I've never really given it any thought.
Well, think about it. It'd be fun having you around.
Well, Ridge, I don't know anything about fashion. I mean, I'm sure I'd find it fascinating, but I wouldn't have much to offer you.
I was thinking more about advertising. That's what you were into? Forrester does millions of dollars worth a year. You could easily fit in there.
You're really serious.
Why not? I can't think of anybody better to represent this company. I'm sure Dad would feel the same way. You'd have a great time. Lots of travel, Paris, Milan, London. You could pretty much write your own schedule.
You make it sound irresistible.
That's the idea.
Well, I don't know, Ridge.
You thinking about Thorne?
Yes. Couldn't make a decision like that without talking it over with him.
No, of course not. Can't leave old hubby out, can we?
No, we can't, Ridge.
Well, tell me you at least think about it.
Okay.
You know us Forresters, we like to keep the whole family working under one roof. Besides, it could be the chance of a lifetime.
If you're here to see either of my sons, one is married and the other is working.
Actually, I'm here to see you, Mrs. Forrester. May I please come in for a moment?
I can't imagine what in the world we could talk about, Brooke.
But that's where you're wrong. Mrs. Forrester, I know I'm not one of your favorite people. But I promise you, someday, you're gonna like me.
Oh.
And more than that, you're going to trust me.
Why don't you just tell me why you're here?
All right. I want to come by and talk to you about Ridge's birthday next week. Have you planned anything yet?
How did you know it was his birthday?
Well, he told me, of course. Mrs. Forrester, Ridge and I are very close. And I was hoping if you hadn't planned anything, well, then I sure would like to.
He always spends his birthdays with the family.
Perfect. That's just what I had in mind. A small family dinner. And it's time the Logans entertain the Forresters. You've had us here to your beautiful home, and now it's our turn to have you to ours.
Mom, you're home.
Yes, I'm home.
Oh, did you see the doctor today?
Yes, he was able to fit me in this morning.
And? Did he give you the results of your mammogram?
Yes, Dr. Bailey gave me the results of the mammogram.
What did he say? The lump was nothing, right?
He was able to see the lump. At this point, he can't be sure if it's dangerous or not. But what did concern him were some calcifications in and around the lump.
Calcifications?
They're deposits of calcium. They show up as little white clusters on the mammogram.
Is that bad?
It could be a problem. It depends if they're malignant or not.
So what do you do now, Mom?
Dr. Bailey wants me to have a biopsy. That's where they take a little
We know
sample.
what it is. Then Dr. Bailey's afraid it's malignant.
He doesn't know, Katie. That's why he has to run so many tests.
Well, so there is still a chance it's nothing, right?
That's the chance we pray for.
I just know everything's gonna be okay, Mom. Sure. You know, they just run out those tests so you feel like you're getting your money's worth. It won't be malignant.
I hope not.
Your mother is going to come through this just fine.
Of course she is. I'm not even gonna worry.
That's a very sweet idea.
Mom, Grandma, and I will make the dinner, and it will just be the two families.
Well, why don't I talk to Ridge and see what he'd like to do for his birthday?
Oh, but I wanted it to be a surprise.
Well, that might not be possible.
I really wish you would let me do this, Mrs. Forrester. I really want to do it. For Ridge. I really do care about him.
Yes, that's rather obvious. It has been ever since you first laid eyes on him.
Look, it doesn't have to be both families. If you think Ridge will like it better, I could just have Thorne and Caroline, and you and Mr. Forrester, if you would like to be there, and Ridge and me.
If you really want to do this, all right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Forrester.
Excuse me. I want to get that phone. Hello?
Stephanie Douglas?
Yes?
Or I should say, Forrester? How long has it been? This is Camille Houston.
Oh, Camille. Hold on just a moment. Brooke. Will you forgive me? I've got to take this phone call.
Oh, yes. You take your phone call and I'll show myself out.
Camille Houston.
I see you learned my married name.
How quickly they forget. You invited me to the wedding.
But if I remember correctly, you never made it.
Well, that's because Eric and I had just become parents. I mean, my son Rich had just been born.
And then somehow we just drifted apart.
Well, you and Jim stayed in Chicago all those years.
Oh, yes, we didn't get back to L.A. until '81. So I can't imagine why you'd be calling. This isn't a class reunion, is it?
No. Actually, it's a test of memory. You can help me to remember someone.
Who?
The girl that Eric dated in college before he met me.
I don't remember him dating anyone else. Was it before we got there?
No, it was our freshman year and he was a senior.
Why do you want to know?
Don't ask. Just humor me, all right? I'm curious.
There isn't something going on between them.
You were always very direct.
As were you.
I don't know if something is going on or not, but I'm going to find out.
Let me call a few of my friends. One of them's bound to remember something.
Please be very discreet.
Of course. Old sorority sisters have to stick together. I'll get back to you.
It's only a matter of time. I will find you.